A to the L to the I to the Z to the E, and it's all on me. And we back with your daily dose of Legend Z. Okay, so today's topic we're gonna be going over. It's gonna be called Change Your Philosophy, but it's gonna be a part two to Billionaire Mindsets. The reason is because I didn't really touch on the key points that I really wanted to touch on in the last video, which was yesterday. And I told you guys, like before, I will be changing more scenery, but today I'm having back problems. So when I walk, it hurts. I feel like I'm an old lady. Never say you're old because you can manifest certain things. But anyway, aside from that, if this ends, I may have to make another part because I don't know how much storage I have on my phone, and depending on how much, it may just end this video. So we're going to jump right into this, and we're going to be talking about a message. Answer that later. We're going to be talking about philosophy. Now, what is philosophy first before we even go into this? The study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So basically, philosophy is a quality of thinking, a certain type of quality that you perceive things. Like, for example, if you see things like the world, you have a philosophical standpoint of how you view the world. Okay, some people might view it as a negative place. Some people might view it as more of a positive place, depending on what people think. Okay, let's just cut straight to it. However, I was looking and researching about the money mindset and why this is important on your philosophy of how and why, as people, we should change our mindsets about money. Okay. And I remember talking about in my video from yesterday that Jim Rohn said it's easy to become rich. Now, I just might name this video "It's Easy to Be Rich," only because a lot of people will be like, that is so not true. But the reason I only said that is because he had a point. He not only said was the reason for us being in America, but I have to look on the statistics from that before I even say that, but the fact that you have a lot of opportunity, okay? But not even just that. He has a quote: the things that are easy to do are easy not to do, meaning that he picked something that was easy, he worked on it, and he worked on it, and he mastered it. Now, the reason I decided to talk about that first is because he talks about the philosophy. The philosophy and how you should change your philosophy on becoming rich. Okay? Now, one thing I want to say is I was looking at a few motivational videos from last night, and I have a couple of notes that I wrote down. So this is something that really stood out to me, and this is by Samantha Gregory, Rich Single Mama. If you are stuck in a cycle of scarcity and old beliefs and traditions that demonize money, you will struggle with abundance, plenty, or anything that resembles prosperity. Okay? Your mind will always default to a negative money story. And the reason this is important is because when you are going to be rich, or when you are starting off to even have a plan to be rich, your mindset must change. The reason your mindset must change is because me, for example, I used to always have this when I came out here, when I to move with my godmother, my godbrother. I realized that I was so stuck on trying to find a job, and it was so difficult that I was focusing on the lack of not getting it, and feeling like I don't have money in my pocket, I don't have anything, and I was looking at money so negative. Because growing up where I was, in my household, money is hard to come by. Okay. And when we have that mindset of money is hard to come by, then not only is that going to be a belief that we stay with, or a belief that is in our subconscious, but that's also going to be something that we actually manifest into our external reality, only because we think that it's hard to come by. So 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, it is hard to come by. And then we start to experience these failed the lack of money, okay, or the default of not having any money, and then we start to have a fear, or we start to get upset because we don't have enough in our bank account to provide for our children, or to provide for ourselves, or to get things that we want to get, or to do things and go places we want to go. Okay. And I feel like she has a point when she says the cycle of scarcity, okay, and demonizing money, looking at it in a negative way, is going to cause you to not even want, or even have a positive vision of wanting to become rich, or not even just become rich, even follow your dreams. Because if you think that money is hard to come by, you trying to get a job, or you trying to get a career, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're trying to make money, you're always going to look at it as, this is not easy. I made this, and it's going to go away, and I'm not going to be able to get any more, or man, I'm in debt, whatever it is. And you continue to stay stuck in this same cycle, you will always have money problems. Okay. Now I know you might just look at me and say, don't you have money problems? In my 3D reality, of course, up here, no. And I will tell you, as of